Well, hello there. I am, as you can see, I'm in the indoor garden, and it is like mid-February now. It's like the 22nd or something, Palindrome Day, in fact. 02/22 2022. Anyway, yeah, that's today. Yeah, you know what? Spring is coming, and I have not planted anything yet, other than, you know, what I have over here going on. And I need to get some stuff planted because whether I live in a communist country or not, spring is coming. And if I want to have a garden, be able to feed my family this year, I had best get on it. So here's what I'm doing. I have my milk jugs, and they're full of dirt, and the dirt is damp, and oh, can you even see that? And I'm gonna put seeds in them. I think I'm gonna do onions in most of them, and I might do one with some cherry tomatoes. And then my other stuff I'm gonna start inside. I think that's what I'm gonna do anyway. So onions for sure. So let's get some onions going. So anyway, the first onions I have are a long keeping onion. They are a rainbow trio from Renee's Garden. And so we're going to try those. And I'm basically going to put this whole package in there. Oh, that's a lot of onions. Okay, so yeah, I don't have a sprinkler thing like Monkey has, but I am just going to sprinkle these all over the place. And that's that. Okay, so my next onion is a Rosa di Milano, and these are a red storage onion. I've never grown onions with the intention of storing them before, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I've not ever had much luck with onions, I gotta be honest with you. So I'm hoping, I'm actually following John as well over at Will It Grow, and he has some really good advice on growing onions, and I'll put that down below. And then, like I said, Bunky's the one who said crowd seeding and showed me actually how to take them apart, because that was always my problem. I was always so worried about, you know, even just touching the dirt, because I didn't want it, or not the dirt, but the roots, because I didn't want to damage them. But apparently they're a lot tougher than they look. So again, I'm just going to sprinkle this whole package in here. And these seeds were packaged for 2021, and it's already 2022. So the same with that rainbow trio. I figure the best thing to do is use them all and see what happens, right? Third is going to be my Patterson onions. And here we go. Onion number 4 is going to be these leeks. So if you are following on my adventure into fennel, not looking so hot. This one looks okay, so I'm going to kind of leave it the way it is. But these two, and I know they're not dry, because if anything, they're too wet. So what I'm going to do, and I don't know if I can actually show you what I'm doing this while I'm holding the camera with the other hand. Anyway, I'm just going to clip those. And I'll do something with those fennel fronds. I'll throw them into a salad or something tonight for dinner. I'm just going to do the same thing with this. I'm not going to cut that one off because it actually looks nice and healthy. But these other ones that are dying, I'm just going to clip them off. And, you know, we'll see what happens.
On MAT, I'm following. That's amazing.
Hi, guys. Where have you been and what have you been doing and what do you have to tell me? What is she doing?
So I've gone ahead and transplanted all of my starts. And I had one left and I thought I'd just pop on and give you guys this tip while I'm doing it. So you can see that my starts are starred in these little peat pots. Well, the thing with those is that they don't always give way to your roots when you need them to. So here's what I've done. I've got this in here. This is just my little dwarf basil. And I'm just going to flip this whole little bunch out. I kind of crowd seeded them. And I will split them when I put them outside. But for now, what I'm going to do is split this open in several spots. Just to make sure my roots have somewhere to go. And I'm just going to set that right down in there. And that should be that. I've never grown dwarf basil before, have you? Yeah, so that's as simple as that. So then I am going to be splitting these apart when I put them out in the garden. But for now, they're fine just the way they are. And my starts are all up-planted. Now I waited. These might have been the youngest ones that I planted, but I did wait until they actually had some true leaves showing before I transplanted them. At least one set. Some of them have two sets. Yeah, you want to make sure you've got some true leaves before you transplant. And honestly, for the amount that I upset the roots, you know, this is there. It's done. Now that will disintegrate underneath there probably before I have to transplant them again come like May or something. And yeah, so that is my tip for the day. But today I gave my peppers a little boost of bone meal. And I'm hoping that that will help those fruit on there just kind of plump up a little bit. So we'll see. I'll let you know what happens. Here they are today. Let me spin this around. Okay, here they are today. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens over the next few days, see if they get any bigger. Okay, it's already recording. Thanks for watching my tips and my update in the garden this week and my Shedwars entry for for the Southern Hemisphere. If you watch my channel, you know that I'm a volunteer for the Southern Hemisphere in Shedwars. And although I haven't added much weight to the game yet, I do have a few things growing that should be ready by spring. I hope before the season ends. And I am starting to get my summer garden growing. So that's kind of what I've shared here. Anyway, if you're not, most of the people I think that watch me are already in Shedwars. There are some though that are not, and some people have a misconception about Shedwars. Has nothing to do with sheds. It has absolutely nothing to do with sheds. It's about growing food and becoming more self-sustainable so that you're able to provide for your family in times of trouble, which is very important. Having fresh vegetables, whether you're eating them fresh off the vine or whether you're canning them yourself and putting them up and preserving them, even if you have just a small space to grow in. I have a small space to grow in. I don't have a big plantation or a homestead or anything like that. We're not allowed to keep any kind of um, farm animals here. You know, we can have pets, but I think they'd frown on it even if I were to raise rabbits. And I don't know that I could harvest rabbits myself. I'd have to outsource that anyway. So because I'd make them pets, I would. Rabbits are so cute. Anyway, because we could only have one or two, right? It's not like we could have 15 rabbits and they would become part of the work day, right? That would never happen. We would have one or two rabbits and we would have to take care of them and keep them inside because we'd have to pretend they were pets. Otherwise, we wouldn't be allowed to have them. But anyway, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I guess honestly, if SHTF then, to hell with the HOA rules, and we'll be bringing in chickens. But barring that, we're not allowed to have any animals. But I do have a little bit of a garden, and I try to expand it a little more every year. And I've taken one area that I kind of just started off last year, and I'm going to work on turning it into some kind of a food forest or something, and we'll see how that goes. It'll be fun to develop it anyway, and that's exciting. And let's see, but yeah, Shed Wars is not about sheds, and it's not about wars. I mean, the people we do have some fun, and we tease each other, and we poke the bear as often as possible. But it's all in fun, and it's a fantastic community. So if you've been thinking that you wanted to find a community that was accepting and welcoming and fun to hang out with, you're welcome to stop in anytime. One other thing about Shed Wars, so you may or may not know that I'm the secretary for Shed Wars for the Northern Hemisphere. And what that basically means is that I do graphic design. Right? I mean, I maintain the website. I did just put up today, I put up my updated, as close to finished list as possible for all of the Shed Wars contestants. I don't remember how many are on the list, but if you are not on that list, that means I didn't find your video, which means it's probably not titled correctly. And if you're not on that list, so you need to get a hold of me and let me know that you're not on the list. And lead me towards your video. That's your entry video. And remember, entry videos need to be in by Monday, because Monday is the 28th of February, and that's the last day for entry videos. So get them in as quickly as you can so that we can get those recorded. What else? Draft is coming up on the 5th. I'm not sure what time John is going live, but I will be going live just after the draft for our monthly Saturday Night Live with Lorrie and the crew. That'll be at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Or no, yeah, it'll still be Standard Time now. I think it's Daylight Savings is coming again. But anyway, was that all I wanted to talk about? I think that was everything. I hope that you've had a fantastic week. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care of yourself. Bye now.